It's been 1 full month since I've started using Replit, and I have some thoughts. If you're a developer, creative, or entrepreneur, this one's for you. Number one, what I liked most. The seamless ability to prompt it to build a very surface level application, to build a prototype for an idea that's in my mind. In the past, this would take days, weeks, months, depending on the idea and the minimum viable product that you're trying to prototype. Now, it takes minutes or hours to get a semi-functional model to see, is it gonna stick, right? It allows you to go through that process so much quicker. That's one of my favorite things with Replit, is just idea to prototype. That is so quick. Another thing that I did like a lot now, I noticed this happened with their most recent update to Replit, is you can preview your initial prompt. So you don't actually have to prompt to get an initial prototype. You can prep the prompt, and before you proceed, you approve the plan and proceed to build, which causes you to expend a checkpoint. You can preview that output, that first layer, that surface level output, which I think is a cool feature that they implemented. It helps you save checkpoints on something that you just wanted to see the initial output that Replit would give. So great work by the Replit team. What frustrated me the most is prompting Replit and getting these surface level outputs, these very basic, almost bland outputs. Now, I'm sure that's partly by design. Replit is, with my research and limited experience using its competitors, is definitely the more, what's the word I'm looking for? It's more involved. It's very user-friendly, but when it comes to building something that would resonate in today's market, it just felt like anytime I'd have it build a landing page or a website to come up with just very basic level prompting, it would give me this old corporate style layout that is just so oversaturated in the market. I personally did not like the output. Now, your brand, whatever you're building, you might like it. So please don't let this personal frustration detour you from trying Replit. It's fantastic that it can even build it for you. This is saving you a ton of money on a web developer coming in and building you this prototype of a website that you're gonna eventually have to do iterations on. Now, one thing that I found though is when you go into ChatGPT or Perplexity or Manus or whatever your preferred LLM is, make sure you go into the deep research mode, and dependent on what you're building, you want to compile as much information as possible via deep research. And you tell ChatGPT saying, hey, for example, I'm building a new casino web-based app. Please gather all the information you can about every single game, blackjack, Texas Hold'em, right? You want to give it as much context as possible. That way, when you go and prompt Replit in this particular example, let's say we're building an online casino, you can attach the document that you're going to export from your LLM deep research output into Replit, and it will incorporate that into the build. Now, part 3, what I'd like to see most. Now, keep in mind, limited experience. It's only been a month, and I've been using it for particular use cases. I have deployed a landing page for my photography brand, which is great. It's just very simple. It forwards you to all of my other socials. I will be incorporating a portfolio style page, a services section as well. But for now, it's just more so a landing page to direct traffic to all of my social profiles, which, I loved. I gave it a lot of context. I knew where I wanted to go with it. I was very specific. And within, I think, 5 checkpoints, I had something ready to export onto SiteGround, which is what I personally use. Unused checkpoints. Those should roll over to the next month. And here's why. you're taking advantage of people who aren't fully utilizing their subscription or their plan. Now, maybe that's not a big deal. Maybe you haven't gotten too many complaints, Replit, but I found myself rushing after month number 1 within the last 24 hours, realizing I didn't spend all my checkpoints. And I didn't just want to spend them recklessly, right? So it lit a fire under me. But I didn't like that. I would love for there to be a rollover checkpoint feature. Now, I get your perspective. I get where you're coming from as a company. But, maybe one thing, a little caveat, a little asterisk you can put there is must have a valid subscription to roll over to, right? Rather than canceling your subscription, realizing it's just not for you, and then having those indefinitely. That doesn't make sense. But if the user's going to keep signing up month after month, those checkpoints should roll over, in my opinion. It's good customer service. It's just the right way to do things. Somebody's paying for something, give them what they're paying for, even if they don't use it all that particular month. That's just one little thing I wish gets incorporated. Now, more clarity on checkpoints used for the smallest of changes. Maybe having the Ghostwriter AI agent that's helping you build, right? Saying, would you like to add anything else to this checkpoint before you proceed with that checkpoint? I think that would be a really, really cool feature, showing that you're trying to save the user as much money as possible when they're just burning through checkpoints. The final thing for me is more modernized outputs for landing pages, web pages, those very front-facing UI outputs. They're outdated, and I think that there should be a way to improve things on your end. I'm sure your team has already discussed this. And if not, hopefully this is an idea to help you guys improve. Just comparing Replit to like Bolt or Lovable, I found that the outputs were more modernized on Lovable and Bolt in some cases. I did go through and tested the same exact prompt across those 3. There was a 4th, but I'm blanking on it right now. I will be working on a video comparing all of these builder AI agents in the future, but I still want to thoroughly test them all. So if you're a viewer who wants to see that type of video, drop a comment below, let me know. That way I can garner interest on how quickly I should get to recording that. But this has been what I've liked most, what I disliked most, and what I'd like to see incorporated into Replit. So is Replit worth it? Well, if you're building a new idea, you want a prototype, you want to see how quickly you can go from MVP to working model, I think it's great. I think it's worth it. You should definitely be using the free version if you're not already. And if you use all your checkpoints, definitely try it out for a month. You don't know if something's right for you until you use it, right? So I love how building prototypes takes minutes or hours and not, days, weeks, or months. It's just insane, the era that we're living in now. I'm trying to deploy as much as I possibly can, but I'm also in the process of building this brand where I make AI simple and easy to use. If you're interested in signing up for Replit, they do have an intro, I believe it's $15 for the first month and then $25 for the second month. You can go month to month and cancel at the end of your month. They do make it really easy to cancel within the web-based GUI. So it's, highly recommend at least testing it out if you're a builder. Otherwise, just use the free credits, test all of the competitors, see which platform you like most, and then go with the paid model if that's something you're looking for, if that's something you need. As always, if you found this helpful, please do consider hitting subscribe, like this, comment this. Really does help out the channel. Share it with a friend. And understand that I'm not an AI expert. I'm building in public and sharing what actually works. Now, if you'd like to see me make a particular video for you, let me know in the comments below who you are, what you do, who your target audience is, and what your question is, and I will draft a custom tailored video just for you. That's my promise for the life of this channel. I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for us as a community. We got to get on the right side of history here. And the fact that you're here watching this video, you're on the right side of history. So thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Clearmud. My name is Marcelo, and I will catch you on the next one.